feeling the splendor of that enchanting forest as you walk there. It's amazing how much mental calmness can be attained in such a pleasant environment. So, you've decided to admire their beauty while standing beneath them. Don't do that. Getting too close could result in death. These trees are life-threatening and also poisonous. Multiple of these can result in painful skin rashes. Include poisonous fruit that resembles apples. Even more terrifying, they have needle-like hair, thorny trunks, fruits that might explode your head, and are not even kind to birds, but rather kill them brutally. You might wonder how trees, which seem so harmless, can be life-threatening. Sometimes, nature goes incredibly hazardous at times. You may wonder, why even let it grow? Check out this useful resource for information about dangerous trees and all related queries. The Manchineel. If you've ever traveled across the Southern Americas or the Caribbean, you may have come upon an attractive tree that looks strikingly similar to an apple tree. But beware, even one bite of these little apples can poison you. Guinness World Records classifies this tree as the most deadly in the world due to its severe poisonousness and also referred to as the Tree of Death. Need more verification. Why is that? The entire Manchineel is toxic. All parts of the plant, including the fruit, the sap, the leaves, and the stems. Even contact yields toxic results. The toxins in Manchineel sap can cause painful irritation and blisters if touched. Do not expect any protection from the rain under this tree. It will pour acid down on you. Getting any of its diluted sap in your eyes might cause permanent blindness, since it contains a highly toxic chemical. If you enjoy gathering firewood for campfires, be warned that the bark and branches of this tree should be avoided. Burning these trees can produce poisonous smoke that can cause severe breathing difficulties, eye inflammation, and temporary blindness. Cerbera Odollam. The pong-pong tree, Cerbera Odollam, is also referred to as the suicide tree. If a tree is known as suicide, it's probably extremely poisonous, right? This tree is a glossy green color and yields fruit, but it is a poisonous fruit. The fruit is regarded as a murder weapon. The highly toxic substance it contains causes painful burning sensations in the mouth, nausea, vomiting, as well as a pounding head, a rapid heart rate, and maybe death. It can even lead to a coma. The Bunya Pine. The tree, which has been there since the time of the dinosaurs and is native to southeast Queensland in Australia, is not among the most poisonous trees, but can be highly harmful if mishandled. Consider the scenario where you are going down the street, and suddenly a heavy plant or other object falls on your head. Imagine the consequences. Surely, that doesn't have a pleasant ring to it. This is what precisely occurs if you are careless when crossing these trees. Bunya pine trees are renowned for dropping enormous cones weighing up to 40 pounds annually, each from heights of 30 meters or 100 feet or more, which can be particularly dangerous for unaware passers-by. Sandbox tree. The sandbox tree ranks high among the largest and most impressive trees in tropical America. It is ornamented from root to tip with small, deep brown conical prickles that serve as a "keep your distance from me" warning. Along with its conical appearance, this tree is quite dangerous to handle, because it may inflict horrifying red rashes on the skin and blindness when it comes into contact. The remarkable feature of this tree is its pumpkin-shaped seed capsules, which explodes with a loud report, dispersing the seeds, and having enough force to damage people or livestock. Dendrocnide Moroides Gympie. Possibly not globally, but certainly the most poisonous plant in Australia. It's aesthetically pleasing due to its large, alternately arranged leaves, which can be either oval or heart-shaped. Australians refer to this tree as the stinging tree because it is entirely covered in stinging hairs. It is referred to as getting stung by wasps and will cause a painful sting and a rash if it gets attached to the skin. The victim may experience extreme scorching and stinging pain, which will persist for weeks or months. Extreme allergic reactions can cause anaphylactic shock within minutes, affecting the entire body. Pisonia. Pisonia trees, which can be found from India to New Zealand and everywhere in between, hold a dreadful secret. You may have heard the phrase, "everything that's glitter is not gold" before. The same holds true for Pisonia. Also known as birdcatcher trees, to lure birds, they release aromatic compounds into the air. Trap them in with the promise of a free meal, and then torture them until they die. They generate seed pods with sticky coatings that trap insects. Naturally, many bird species eat insects, and if they aren't careful, the birds might become caught in the tree's clutches. In their haste to enjoy a free meal, they end up trapping themselves, which will eventually cause them to starve to death on the ground, or might become prey for crabs or some other predator. Conium maculatum, hemlock. Reddish or purple spotted stems are not as hairy as the rest of the plant. The leaves are a vivid shade of green, almost fern-like in appearance, and emit a distinct musty odor. Look at those lovely little white blossoms clustered together like little umbrellas. Desire to touch this captivating beauty? No, stay alert, the whole plant is poisonous. This common flowering plant belonging to the carrot family has the potential to become a widespread pest. Outside of its native area, it has been spotted in places including Australia, West Asia, and even North and South America. It usually takes 2 years to reach maturity, but has continuous annual germination. The seeds and roots of the poison hemlock plant are exceptionally deadly to both humans and animals. Even after death, its canes are still poisonous for up to 3 years, which is a strong indication of how dangerous it is. It contains poisonous alkaloids that can be dangerous even in little dosage. The alkaloids can disrupt muscle-to-nerve impulse transmission, leading to respiratory failure and death. Some people may experience a skin reaction just from coming into contact with this plant. Now that you are aware of the potential risk posed by these plants, you may be wondering why, despite this poisonous potential, they are allowed to flourish. Here are some justifications. For some species that are resistant to its toxicity, the Manchineel tree supplies food and a habitat. As an added bonus, it prevents beach erosion and works as a windbreak. The suicide tree is used by scientists to create bioinsecticides, deodorants, and maybe feedstock for making biodiesel. Thus, it is one of the most deadly trees, yet it does have some uses. Due to its protein, iron, and magnesium content, pine nuts from Bunya pine trees might boost your energy levels. The vitamin E in them is a powerful antioxidant that could help you maintain good skin and a youthful appearance. Pine nuts with other seeds and nuts may lower diabetes and heart disease risk. Hemlock leaves, roots, and seeds are used in medicines to treat toothache, swollen joints, cramps, and respiratory diseases like cough and asthma. Hopefully, you now have all the knowledge you need about these deadly, poisonous trees and why you should be aware of them. Thank you for watching, and if you found this video informative, please subscribe so that you may be notified when new videos are released that will assist you in learning more.